Hello friends, this is Kumar and I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel. Friends, today we are going to discuss a very beautiful poem, Animals by Walt Whitman. So let me first give you a brief introduction of the poem. So friends, God created man in his own image. That is why man is considered highest among God's creations. But Whitman compares man with animals and finds man wanting in many virtues that animals possess. In this poem, he lists the virtues that animals have, but man lacks them badly. So now let us discuss the poem in detail. I think I could turn and live with animals. Turn means go back from the company of men. They are so placid and self contained. Placid means calm, self contained means quiet and not depending on the company of others. I stand and look at them long and long. The poet sees that human beings suffer from many faults. They lack in many virtues. The poet doesn't find their company enjoyable. Then he looks at animals. He sees that animals have many virtues that men lack so badly. He sees that animals remain calm and quiet. Animals are self contained and don't depend on the company of others. These qualities of animals fill the poet with wonder. He stands near them and keeps looking at them for a long, long time. Next stanza. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. Sweat means remain in a state of anxiety. Whine means grumble. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Make me sick means fill with disgust. So, in this stanza, the poet is comparing animals with human beings. The poet says that animals don't remain in a state of anxiety. They don't grumble over their condition. They don't spend their nights lying awake. They don't have to weep over their sins in the dark. Animals don't commit any sins, so they don't have to lie awake at night. Usually, people keep talking about their duty to God, but they forget all about their duty to God's beings. Such a talk makes the poet sick. He says that animals don't indulge in such hypocritical talk. Third stanza. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Demented means mad, extremely upset. Mania, an extremely abnormal desire. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Here it is a reference to ancient gods, goddesses, saints, and prophets who are supposed to have lived thousands of years ago and whom people worship now. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So the poet is continuing with the comparison between animals and men, even in this stanza also. The poet says that not even a single animal is dissatisfied with its condition. On the contrary, every man remains forever dissatisfied and unhappy. There is not a single animal that is mad with the mania of owning things, but every man is mad in the race of possessing material things. No animal has to kneel or bow to another. No one has to kneel before those of their kind who had lived thousands of years ago. And there is no animal who is sad or unhappy over the whole earth, because they have not to toil hard or woe to one another out of respect. They are all equals. Fourth stanza. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. Relation means relationship. They bring me tokens of myself. Tokens means signs, symbols. They evince them plainly in their possession. Evince means show clearly. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Negligently means carelessly. Myself moving forward then and now and forever. The poet sees that animals have the same qualities that he has. Like him, they too look happy, calm, and contented. There is much in the poet that corresponds with the nature of animals. He says that he had perhaps passed that way a long time back and dropped some of his tokens. The animals picked those tokens and kept them in their possession. The poet says that he still keeps doing the same. He means to say that he shares with animals their simplicity, innocence, and contentment. So here our present poem Animals by Walt Whitman finally ends. I hope you understand and enjoyed the poem very well. If you understand and enjoyed the video, please like, share and comment on the video, and please subscribe the channel for further such updates. This much all from this lecture. Thank you very much for joining us.